Before the video starts, if you could like and subscribe, that would be much appreciated. Now, to the match preview of Brighton versus Aston Villa. Aston Villa travel to the Amex to play Brighton and Hove Albion in the Premier League. And this is another big game. It's Unai Emery's second game in the Premier League now. Tough visit. Tough trip away to Brighton. They're a very good side under De Zerbi. He's just continued the momentum that Potter had. He's just fitted straight in. He had a few difficult results, but he's managed to start getting some wins with that team, and they play some great football. Now, Villa played Man United in the EFL Cup yesterday, which was Thursday. They lost 4-2. There were 7 changes made to the side, but there was still some positives to take from the game. Now, those 7 changes I'm sure those 7 players will be reinstated back into the team. That's Emi Martinez, Digne, Matty Cash, Emi Buendia, Leon Bailey, Leandro Dendoncourt and Tyrone Mings from the start. Maybe Boubacar Kamara might come in for Leandro Dendoncourt, but I don't think he will. I think we've been playing too well with Dendoncourt at the minute. So it's his shirt to lose. Now, it's a huge game and it's going to present very different tactics compared to Manchester United in the last 2 games. Brighton like to operate in a 3-5-2. But their wing-backs love to get forward and they almost cover as a 4 at the front. And one of the strikers will drop back in. So it can sometimes be a 3-3-4 or even it goes into a 3-4-3. They're a very fluid, dynamic side. They love to attack the wings, but they can also play through you as well. And that's illustrated through players like McAllister and Caicedo who can play through the middle. They're also difficult to break down. They've got a strong defence. Veltman, Dunk, Webster are good defenders and they are very comfortable on the ball as well. So it's going to be a very difficult game. And it's a game where I expect to see maybe a change in formation from Unai Emery. Instead of adopting that 4-2-2-2 or the 4-4-2, as we say. There might be some elements that change, some tweaks that are made into that. How it needs to be looked at into how we combat their wide players, Leandro Trossard and Solimarch in those positions. They're attacking ish players, but they play as wing backs and they love to get forward. So we've got to look to control that. They'll be really hard to break down in possession as well, really hard to get the ball back. And once we get the ball, we need to do something with it. We need to look to attack those areas in behind those wing backs where there'll be a lot of space. I know the centre-backs push across quite well in the 3. So Veltman, if they attack on the right-hand side, Veltman will push onto right back and then they'll form a 4. Or if they attack on the left-hand side, then you'll have Webster push across and he'll act in left back. And then you'll have Veltman and Dunk in the middle. And then obviously Solimarch will drop in. So they do defend well in that shape. But we need to attack through them. And we need pace. I think pace will be critical, and that's why I think Leon Bailey and Ollie Watkins need another big game up front. We need to get the ball to them. They need to hold it up, make it stick, and then we need to build attacks from that. Again, running in transition, players like Jacob Ramsey and Emi Buendia as well, running with the ball. The progressive carries of Jacob Ramsey are going to be crucial in this game as well to get us further up the pitch. We might possibly drop back a bit deep. But on transition is where it's key. That's how Emery's teams operate. That's how they work. Transition is key. And when we have the ball, we have to do something with it, like we did in the second half against Manchester United. But except we need to be more compact in defence. So yeah, it's going to be a hard game. It's a tough fixture run for Emery in his first 5 or 6 games. And this one's no different. They beat Chelsea 4-1 the last time they played at home in the league. So it's going to be a very difficult game. So what I take right now is I take a point. A 1-1 draw is what I think will happen. Little bit of confidence after the performance of the weekend, and I understand last night we lost, but there was a lot of players that had changed. So I am confident in the sense that we can go there and impose ourselves on the game. It being away, it's, that's tricky, obviously. But against Brighton in recent history, we have some form. We beat them twice last season. So yeah, we have some form against them. It's going to be a similar style. So I'm sure Emery will had a look at loads of footage of Brighton, especially even when we've played them in previous years. They play very similarly to how they did under Potter with De Zerbi. So yeah, will be a very interesting game. I think there'll be a lot of action within the game. There'll be a lot of chances created as well. So yeah, looking forward to it. And then this is the last game before the World Cup then. So Emery has the opportunity now to work with the squad in Dubai. I'm sure they're going there, and then I'm sure they'll organise a few friendlies before the season kicks off again at Boxing Day. And then there'll be a few more days to the January window, and he'll look to strengthen areas where he thinks we're lacking currently. And I'm sure those were exposed last night in places. I'm sure Villa fans identified that as well. There's a few areas where we were exposed in the team. So yeah, all in all, hoping Villa win. Really hoping Villa win, but I can't see it personally. I think we'll draw. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for listening.